Hey, what's up you guys? Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for clicking on my video today. As you've probably noticed in the last couple of videos, there's something lurking behind me at all times. There are Bulbasaurs in the background of most of my most recent videos, and I thought it would be fun to introduce you to some of them. Not all of them. There's too many, it would be too long of a video. I thought it would be fun to tell you about the origin of all the Bulbasaurs and how it started as one Bulbasaur and then spiraled out of control. I don't think we're out of control just yet. I've seen much bigger collections. Anyway, let's get started. All right, so we're gonna start at the very beginning. I'm gonna take you back to the first plushie Bulbasaur that I got. This was a birthday present years ago. I think I got this one pre-beauty school or during beauty school or right after. Anyway, around the 2016, 17, 18 mark. And it was this one right over here. Ta-da! This one's actually pretty special and quite rare now these days because they don't make this one anymore. This is Build-A-Bear's Bulbasaur plushie. He actually on his scarf, which is a Build-A-Bear scarf as well. He also came with a little hat. I haven't seen that hat in years, but he did come with a little hat that goes over his cute little ears. I personally don't like the way it looks. No offense, you look great in everything. I just think you look cuter with your ears out. Anyway, on his scarf, there is this cute little Bulbasaur pin that I got at like an import store, and they had a bunch of anime stuff. And I got that, and this was it for a while. At Build-A-Bear, you can like make your friend scented. So right in the bulb, in the little, garlic bulb here, it smells like pumpkin spice. This particular Bulbasaur was purchased in November, so pumpkin spice was the rage at the time. And even after all these years, it's not quite as strong, but if you really like get in there, you can definitely still smell it. I also have another Build-A-Bear, not a Bulbasaur, but a Build-A-Bear that smells like bubblegum. And very creatively, I named her Bubblegum. She was a Valentine's gift. So it all started with this one, and then not too long after we got this one, you know those Poke Centers in the mall? If you haven't seen them, look for them. You'll see, like, there's one near Auntie Anne's in the mall I go to. They're everywhere. Anyway, it's like a vending machine. You can play Pokemon on it, and you can get Pokemon cards and Pokemon plushies out of it. And my husband was at the mall randomly. I think I was at work or something, and he bought me, pause for effect, because I have to go across the room. I've returned. He bought me this little guy. Doesn't he have like the dopiest little face? And his little bulb. So for a long time, we were living at my sister's house at this time, and I think up until we moved out of my sister's house around when I got married, these were the only two I had. And I got married in October 2018, and it's April 2022. How is it already April? Oh my god. Anywho, it was just the three of us for a long time. This, I believe, this bad boy right here, I believe is my only Poke Center Bulbasaur, which I'm okay with. No offense to this cutie. Poke Center Pokemon are not cute, and this is the ugliest design of Bulbasaurs. Shh, don't tell anybody I said that. You're so beautiful. I love you. What are you talking about? Anyway, I can't remember what the third one I got was, and my memory gets real fuzzy because this time in my life was crazy. I do, however, remember a vague era of Bulbasaurs that we got around the same time, so I'll show you some of those. So around the same time, I want to believe, I bet my husband's gonna comment and be like, no, these are the exact dates in which I bought you all of these. Oh yeah, I was gonna say that too. I have only purchased with my own money probably 5 or 6 of these. All of the other ones were bought by my husband for me. He has a problem, I have a problem, and the problem is that we love Bulbasaurs. So we have right here, we have Fuzzy Bulbasaur, This one is a much different texture than most of the other Bulbasaur counterparts here. I believe we found this one at a little Gundam shop, and it is one of my favorites. He was $35. I'm also really weird about the tags. Like, I have to have the tags on my Bulbasaurs. Like, usually I want to rip the tags off of anything I get so that they can feel like real, whatever, but no. I try to keep the tags on most of my Bulbasaurs. Yeah, most of them have tags. If they don't, they probably didn't come with tags. But here's Fuzzy Bulbasaur. We also, during that era, I just kind of showed you Winky Face Bulbasaur. This one, I guess, was kind of hard for my husband to get. He went to a few different stores looking for it and finally found it at our local Fred Meyer. But isn't he cute? Just a little winky face. And then we also got, around that same time, Sleepy Bulbasaur. As you can see, he is asleep. Super cute, lovely, normal sized plushies. At this point, my biggest one was obviously the Bulbasaur I got from Build-A-Bear, but if you see my other videos, you know that there's some bigger ones coming up. Anyway, so that was like this era. So after the era of Fluffy, Sleepy, and Winky Face Bulbasaur, I feel like the next big era I can think of is not so much of an era as it was a day. And again, because I don't know if you've noticed how identical most of these are. I have a really hard time remembering which ones I bought when, but there was a day where we came home with 5 Bulbasaurs that day, and that was the most purchased at one time, and we've matched that one time since. But I will try and show you those ones. So I was mildly wrong about one thing. We didn't buy full Bulbasaurs. It was 5 Bulbasaur related items. So the button that was on the scarf for Build-A-Bear Bulbasaur was one of them. I got this little keychain guy that day, I believe, as well. Super cute. At this point in time, we had crossed over into becoming collectors more than just, oh, cute Bulbasaur. And I had joined some Facebook groups, and I had seen 2 Bulbasaur related items that I had sort of been really wanting. And I was lucky enough to find both of them that day. So there was this like metallic Bulbasaur. And I know it's not like the actual shiny Bulbasaur, but at the time I kept calling it my shiny Bulbasaur. But we have the metallic Bulbasaur. And then I actually got this Bulbasaur Terrarium. It's kind of hard to see because the light is like glaring off of it. But you've got Bulbasaur in there with some little mushrooms, and it's super cute, and I use it as my nightlight. But as you can see too, it's like, I'll try to find the lighting, but you can see it's like indented like a Pokeball, so it's like a little Pokeball terrarium. They have these for a couple different Pokemons. Obviously, this is the one I picked up. And then I want to say we got another full-size, like, Bulbasaur. I want to say that it was this one, but I could totally be wrong. Thor would have to fact check me, I swear. But that was another era of, like, Bulbasaur purchases. We tried to slow down a little bit after that, but as you can see, that didn't really work. So around this time, Pokemon Unite had come out, and I gained a greater appreciation for all of Bulbasaur's evolutions, since you evolve in that game and you go through all of the Bulbasaur phases when you play. So you start as little baby Bulbasaur, and then you transform, and then you transform again, and you kick some butt. So now I've got these guys. Okay, so like I said, if I keep going through every single Bulbasaur item I have in this house, this is gonna be the longest video of humankind. So I'm gonna just show you a couple more things, and then I'm gonna show you some of the latest Bulbasaurs I got because they're pretty cool and I wanna show them off. So this is a random one that my husband bought for me online. It is an actual plant holder. And at the time I was super into plants. It's not surprising that I was very into plants when my favorite Pokemon is plant-based. I'm still really into plants, I just don't have the room for them here. But at the time, it's just too shallow to really like maintain and grow anything. So I came up with an idea to put some fake flowers in it and make it look cute. So this is what we've got now with our little plant holder Bulbasaur. Another Bulbasaur that I have, how many times have I said that in this video? Take a shot for every time I say Bulbasaur and you'll die. But this one is really cool. It's one of the more rare ones now because it's not available. But it is, oh geez, the lights are killing this one. Let's move that. It is the pop figure, the giant pop figure Bulbasaur. This is hard to show on camera this way. I'm not allowed to take him out of the box per Thor's request, even though I want to free him every day of my life. I really want to free him so I can appreciate all the detail on him, but like I said, Thor bought most of these, and since he bought them, I guess, you know, I'll try to respect his wishes or whatever. All right, so some cool ones I've gotten recently, some cooler ones. Well, one of them is just like a Chinese ripoff of one that is not available, I guess, anymore. I don't know. Thor surprises me with these. But I kept calling this one my shiny Bulbasaur, and every time I would say that, my husband's like, that's not what a shiny Bulbasaur looks like. And I'm like, but he's shiny. So he finally searched the internet everywhere and found me an actual shiny Bulbasaur. I really love this one. His bulb is darker, his color's different, and he has green eyes. So it's kind of nice to like spot him amongst the crowd because he's the only one without red eyes. But yeah, so I finally did get, and this one is officially licensed. This one's not the cheap knockoff. This one is a for real Pokemon licensed shiny Bulbasaur. So now I have my shiny Bulbasaur and my shiny Bulbasaur. And I keep them together since I always called this one my shiny one. Another cool one I got recently, this one is like the knockoff, because I guess you can't find the original one anymore. And I said I had wanted this one a really long time ago, and it's been in my husband's brain ever since, I guess. And he found this one on Amazon or eBay or something, but it's a pink Bulbasaur with a rose on its back instead of a bulb. Oh, I guess technically this one doesn't have red eyes either. It has pink eyes. Ooh. But I really wanted one like this for a long time. This is the only one that doesn't have claws, I believe. Yep, even the Build-A-Bear one has claws. Yeah, so this one is the only one without claws, and the only pink one. But yeah, I really wanted, because on the collector pages and everything too, I kept seeing something similar to this, and my husband finally found me one, so I was super excited. So obviously they're all named Bulbasaur, right? Like, duh, they all have a name. But even when you play Pokemon, you can name your Pokemon. So I'm gonna go through now to finish up and show you which ones have names. And only a few of them do. We have already been introduced to one of the Bulbasaurs that has a name. But we have, obviously if you've ever gotten a Build-A-Bear, you know that you have to name them. So when my husband was purchasing this one for me, he named it Bulby. So this is the first one with a name, Bulby the Bulbasaur. Very cute, obviously. So I didn't name this one originally. I kind of just kept calling it this until it just stuck and was its name. But Thor recently bought me like a giant Bulbasaur right here. As you can see, let's get like a normal sized plushie next to it. Comparisons. Woo. The biggest one I had, obviously, was my first one, and let's compare that. But yeah, so I got this giant one, and I kept calling him Chungus. We would just kind of laugh and be like, oh, let's put Chungus over here, let's put Chungus over there, because he sits in the middle of our couch. So we had Bulby, and then Chungus had a name. Most of the time I usually just call them by their defining features, like Sleepy Bulbasaur or Winky Face Bulbasaur. So this one, other than Bulby, was the first one to have a name. So this is Chungus. So around the time I got Chungus, Thor bought me this like super weird looking off-brand Chinese one. Most of them come from either Japan or America. This one came from China, and he has a very special name. Because at the time, Thor and I were looking at different listings for Bulbasaurs, and sometimes the off-brand ones have interesting names, and this isn't what it was listed as. Another one was listed as this, but around the same time I heard the listing, and when I saw this one's face, I had to name him this. But sometimes under the listing, Bulbasaurs are referred to as garlic frogs. And when I saw this after it fully inflated, because when we got him, he was very squished in a bag and he was very different. Most of the This is kind of a weird little information tidbit, but most of the Bulbasaurs you can kind of see have like a little hole in the bulb, and this one was flat on top, so that was one of the biggest differences we noticed via like the different manufacturers we're used to. But because he was squished too, his legs stick out and he just has this goofy little face. So we've named him Garlic Frog, and truth be told, he is my favorite. I love Garlic Frog. I put him in the back of my streams. A lot of the time I will grab him specifically and put him next to me, when most of them are usually just over here on the couch in the background while he's like next to me in the background. I don't know why, just look at his stupid little face. I love him so, so, so much. And this is Garlic Frog, the Bulbasaur. Okay, so before I tell you about the last named one, I have to tell you that he was bought in a group of 5 total. There were 5 total Bulbasaur purchases made by Thor that day, my husband, and 2 of them were kind of off-brand and funny looking, so I'll show you those in a second. But the last named one, I just showed you guys Garlic Frog, and I've showed you Chungus. Thor managed to find one bigger than Chungus, so now we have Wumbus. He fell on me. Okay, so this is Wumbus in comparison to Chungus. They're pretty close in size, although you can tell that Wumbus is quite a bit bigger, especially in the facial features. The bulb is bigger. Oh god, I really am having a hard time holding Chungus and Wumbus in both of my hands. It takes an entire arm to hold both of them. But we have Wumbus and we have Chungus, and I love them. So the last 2 Pokemon I'm gonna show you are the 2 kind of knockoff ones that Thor found me when he also had gotten me Wumbus and the Rose Bulbasaur. Notice how I said Pokemon and not just specifically Bulbasaurs. So I've got my very first Ditto. He's so cute. His bulb is a darker color. His blue is actually a little bit darker too, but look at his little Ditto face. I've been wanting one of these for a really long time. I always see like Dittos of other Pokemon in like anime stores, and I am so happy that I have this one. He's so cute. I love it. Oh, the power surged again. Oh, that's exciting. It's been really bad weather today and the power went out earlier, so I'm glad that I can film this at all. Anyway, okay, so the last Pokemon I want to show you is a knockoff, but I have the original and it is one I've already showed you, so I will show you the original again really quick. It is a knockoff of this one. So it's a Chinese version of the Japanese brand of Sleepy Bulbasaur, and he's very akin to Garlic Frog, in which he is so goofy looking that he's just perfect. It's perfect. So here we go. Here we have knockoff Sleepy Bulbasaur, and we need a side-by-side. We need a side-by-side. They're both really adorable though, and this one's so bad it's good. I love it. So there was like this super weird time that we were getting ready to like go out to dinner or something, and Thor had been watching something on Amazon Prime, and from what I've experienced on Amazon Prime, most of the time it doesn't autoplay anything. And it usually will autoplay something you've like watched already, but we were both in the bathroom getting ready and we came out and suddenly Pokemon was playing on TV. And it was a Bulbasaur-centric episode, and Bulbasaur was actually also the only Pokemon on the thumbnail for that particular Pokemon show on Amazon Prime, so I think they might have become sentient. Anyway, as you can see, Bulbasaur has slowly been consuming my life. I think at one point I did want to become somebody who, in the Pokemon universe, would just train a lot of Bulbasaurs, or just have like a farm full of Bulbasaurs. But at this point, I think they're starting to accept me as one of their own. This is my final form. I've become one with the Bulbasaurs. I have reached peak nirvana. Anyway, from my Bulbasaur family to you, thank you so much for watching our little Bulbasaur introduction video. They've been sitting in the background of all my videos for so long, they've consumed my life, and I feel bad that they haven't been introduced yet. So, now you've all met Chungus and Wumbus, and I, and the rest of the Bulbasaur farm, are probably gonna go play some Pokemon Unite now. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Have a good day, have a good night, have a good life. Unusually Horrid out. Okay, bye! Are you still there? Oh, you wanna see the back? Oh, okay, yeah, 1 second. Why, yes, it does have a bulb. Anyway, thanks for watching. Okay, bye.